everybody, and welcome again to We Are in a Dark Cave, Part 3. Still a dark cave.
Another trainer, though. You know what they say. If you think you're lost, look for the next challenge. Tells you the right... Something. It's something.
Find the next challenger approaching. That's how you know you're on the right track. In games, as in life.
As in life. You can tell you're in a new area when you haven't fought everyone here.
Unless it's like an RPG, in which case... Oh, yes.
I'm sad that Jigglypuff didn't make it into Sword and Shield.
Maybe it'll make it into round 2.
Oh yeah, maybe it'll be the DLC.
I'm excited for the DLC.
I'm curious.
I think it's,
This is the first time there's really been a DLC outside of, what's it called? Alola had... No, they just had the deluxe version.
Yes.
Okay.
They didn't have DLC. Which, to be fair, I think it would be kind of hard to do DLC for a DS cartridge.
Yeah.
I don't know how well that, people can do DLCs for those. Maybe somebody can let me know of a DS game that got DLC, but, I know there was, updates and patches to some games, but, a whole DLC, that seems... I don't know, it just seems really, a big, thick concept for a small DS.
Well, they demonstrated that you can download content and play off of that, because you could download Firered just from the App Store. You didn't need a cartridge.
Yeah.
It would be hard to incorporate that with a cartridge, I think. You're right. Okay, I got 2 Pokemon at level 30. Excellent.
Bellsprout. Bellsprout didn't make it either, but I'm okay with that, because... Look, there are some Pokemon I just don't want to see walking around in real life.
Yeah, that is the challenging.
Though, to be fair, it was brought to life in Let's Go, like Pikachu and Eevee, so I guess it's already too late for Bellsprout.
I think the better measure is Detective Pikachu movie, because they had to very, very carefully pick what looks okay in real life, and they put a lot of thought into it, and it looks really good. But I don't think there's a Bellsprout in that movie.
I don't think so either.
That's for a good reason.
Though, to be fair, Bellsprout would just look like a plant.
Yeah, but Bellsprout always has this kind of weird, super wide-legged walk, the cowboy walking through the western town.
Cowboy Bellsprout walking through. He's gonna take your ladies.
Cowboy
and
Bellsprout, next hottest anime of 1999.
Oh, I found a person! Person?
There are a lot of people in this cave.
Yeah, I don't know why. Why are you in this cave? What was your thought process?
Well, just more than that, this feels like way more people than there were in the last caves. Is this just the hardest cave system? Until we get to, Victory Road?
For me, this has always been the hardest cave system, just because you don't want to use Flash. You don't want to even get Flash. You just want to move on.
Well, I don't think anyone really wants to get flashed. Yeah, because it hurts your eyes. Because it's a bright flash of light on your eyes. Saved it.
Punch it. Punch the bird, Mr. Darcy.
Punch the bird.
Punch the bird. The bird.
Okay. Moving generally left and up seems to be working. Oh, hey, you're new. You don't have a Pokedex. That's right, because I'm special.
I'm special, but the fact that they know about the Pokedex, how special are you?
Google Glass.
Huh.
Everyone knew about Google Glass, but only 100 people had it.
Yeah, but were they cool, or were they oh?
Well, I know it's impossible to look cool while wearing one. That's what society collectively decided on, and which is why I've heard nothing about it since then. Which is sad, because I really wanted one.
I guess I won't want one now that society has deemed them weird.
No, because now they're not making them, and I don't even know if they're making... I haven't heard about that in years, I don't think.
I wonder if that's going to be the same for Google Stadia, quite honestly. Because, it's come out. But have you really heard anything about it?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it, and it's generally unsatisfactory. It's not getting super popular because people are finding there's frequent connection issues, which is the biggest problem everyone knew was going to happen when you have an entirely internet-based thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a good question.
Cool. Throw it.
I'm calling it good. I have no clue. What's the one piece of fantasy tech you want? Personal.
Piece of...
So it can't be a starship. It can't be like an Imperial starship, but it could be like a TIE fighter at biggest.
Okay.
Largest.
So personal thing for me that's fantasy tech. Oh, I know what I want. I want like, oh, I got out. Huzzah! I'm alive. What I want is one of those like, I don't know how it would work, but when you have characters look into mirrors and they just like swipe through clothes and like hairstyles and colors and like basically do like a character creation menu like from a video game, but in like real in quotations life, and then they just walk out like you haven't seen it, but the anime Psycho Pass has this tech in it. And they show it for a sec. She has. It's a little weird because like they show you what the base is of not her outfit but like her room, and it's just like, oh, it's a normal bed, it's just regular cabinets and stuff, but there's like some sort of hologram system that builds it to what you would like it to look like. So I don't know if it would function the same for clothes, like you're all just wearing the same like gray scrubs, but like then you change the style and you looks like you're wearing different clothes. I don't know how to work, but I've always wanted to be able to just look at my hair and be like, pink, done, go. Dyeing is an awful hair thing to go through.
Dyeing your hair, yes.
Yes, I realized as I was saying, dyeing is in fact an awful thing.
Speaking of dyeing, I had two thoughts immediately. The joke and the lighthearted answer I'll give first is the I just want one of those chairs from WALL-E.
Oh,
that lets you just just delivers food to you and lets you just live like comfortably reclined for your entire life. Like,
I mean, it would suck in terms of like health.
Yeah, but you've also got future medicine. Well, if you don't have the future medicine part of it. No, the other one I was thinking of that kind of brought this to mind. Have you read Do Robots Dream of Electric Sheep?
No.
Okay. It's the novel upon which Blade Runner is based.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Blade Runner.
That's fine. That's fine.
Keep telling yourself
Moving along. One of the interesting pieces of fantasy tech that's in that, I think it's called the Mood Organ. But basically, it's a personal emotional manipulator. So basically, there are a series of named emotions, and there's like 300 of them, or like thousands of them, something like that. And you can just, tell yourself, okay, I'm tired of being frustrated, just gonna push a button and make myself happy or determined. And one interesting thing is one of the main characters, his, I think his wife, maybe his girlfriend, I don't remember which, she's going through this big emotional journey because she's setting time for herself where she's making herself sad. Just like this kind of quiet reflection just to remember what sad feels like. Because she realizes that she's losing her ability to be like, oh, that's not good. Realizing her ability to be human without all these complicated emotions. Anyway, I thought that's one that I think would be interesting. I would love to see you like, oh, a Pokedex. And you bring it to the real world. It's like, congratulations, you caught 0 of 0. You've won.
Yeah, I think they had, in a Doctor Who episode, they had like patches that made you feel emotions. Like,
I'm sure it's in Black Mirror somewhere.
Yeah, like a lot of things have like dabbled in one if you can control what emotions you feel.
Tada. I'm gonna heal so it doesn't get a lucky Hyper Fang. Because I have had that before and I do not want that again. No, sir. Okay.
This time we survive!
if Kowalski goes down, that's bad. I've got basically 3 viable Pokemon right now.
Yeah. But I still believe in you.
Sure.
Also, alright, warning for all of our sensitive viewers out there. I'm about to enter Lavender Town, and the music can be quite scary. If you need to just leave this episode and not be brainwashed by the Lavender Town sound.
No, speaking of brainwash, trailer I need you to see.
Okay?
Colorado Space.
The heck is that?
It's the Lovecraft short story about the color.
Oh! I read that!
But it's Nicolas Cage. And they tried to make it like as old-fashioned B-movie horror as possible.
That... Okay.
I love this so much.
It's gonna be like an actual movie?
Yeah, no, I'll show you the trailer afterward. Go ahead and roll the show a picture of the trailer in the video right now, right here. Don't get copyrighted or anything, but like here we go. We're talking about it, which is, I mean, again, very very fascinating concept for a horror story. Just a color that you don't have any access to, that you can't even describe, that you realize taints everything it touches and turns it some type of brainwashed, evil, bloodthirsty thing.
Look,
like,
I got controversial opinions about Lovecraft. Not that he was a good person, because he wasn't. Because he was very, very racist. Like yes. One of his cats has a name that's...
Yes, we understand. Lovecraft was not a good, acceptable by today's standards.
Dude.
Or by those standards at that point.
I just find his writing so one note. Like, he tells horror stories, but he tells them like people tell like myths. And like very much third person. It happened to someone else. Nobody of our time has been affected. And who knows if it was real or not. Like, it's very odd, and you don't feel any emotional connection.
I think I'm going in a circle. Well, I think that's part of it. I mean, he's renowned for being a very, very creative writer, for kind of inventing his own mythos and pretty much not relying on any of the popular stories like werewolves or vampires.
I mean, that's
But you're right that everything is framed in a frame story and it like that's part of the distance is like you only hear. I think the point was that you only hear these scraps that make you more curious and leave you curious, but instead it's just like it can be like, oh well.
My problem with it is that like in a good, in my opinion, in a good horror story, in any like good horror medium, the point is that you want to feel scared for yourself, but you never really truly feel scared for yourself in that medium, so by proxy, that feeling is, set upon a protagonist and or a person of interest in the story.
Been there. Shoot.
And so, like, especially in a lot of Lovecraftian stories, there's just not a lot of, like,
there's no risk.
You don't feel for the characters, not because they're, like, not in danger, because they are in incredible danger and a good portion of them die. But it's just because, like, you never get to know them. They're just, my grandfather was an archaeologist, and I found this letter, and now I'm going to discover what's in his house, and I hear rats at night.
Okay.
But you never go like, oh, I loved my wife. My kid played soccer today. Like, there's no emotional, like, connection between you and the main characters. So it's really hard to be like, I'm scared for this guy, because all that you think of is just, all I know about this guy is his grandfather was some sort of brainiac, and he just happened to fall into the lap of this supernatural horror.
Okay, I want to push back on one thing you said.
What?
I have actually been reading a horror book, and I felt scared for my own safety and sanity, so I had to stop reading it.
Which one is that?
The Diviners.
What's it about?
It's I didn't get that far into it, so I can't tell you. It's kind of a supernatural demonic serial killer in the jazz era New York, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the weird... Yes, you can lock up after this. The serial killer, you see like a snippet of... Oh, shoot. Not where I wanted to go. Okay. I'm going to go up this time because I went left and all the way around. I am walking in a circle and I don't know where the exit is from here.
Go past her. Left, and then you went up.
Yeah, and I walked all the way around.
In the center of that up, maybe?
Yeah, anyway. The bad guy's name was like Cutter John or something. Like some like knockoff of Jack the Ripper. And he sings this little song to himself because it's a book, it doesn't have a tune or anything, right? And I was reading this book, and then later I was walking along, so I was like, hey, what song is that? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, you're singing a song to yourself. Do you not know it? And I was like, no, what am I singing? Something about Cutter John killing him with like something, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize I had subconsciously written a song for that little snippet and was singing it to myself out loud. Which was the thing that a serial killer, like some demon, ghost, whatever, serial killer, was singing as he dismembered people. So I stopped reading that.
Probably a good reason. Guys, you know, if this channel suddenly goes dark for suspicious reasons...
Haunted Doll Watch.
Don't take any of the stuffed animals from my room. I will haunt you.
I think just burn them.
No!
Well, if they're haunted...
If they're haunted by me. Let me sit in my room with stuffed animals for the rest of eternity.
Okay, new fighter. Okay, I guess I didn't... We're good.
Cthulhu! He should be the next Super Smash Bros. Fighter. Guys, we've been missing it all along.
He comes with his own map.
Just, you know... wonky screen, tentacles, lots of tentacles.
Why have I been using Bullet Seed if acid just one-shots?
I don't know.
Oh, right, because I'm going against non-rock or ground types. Oh, well.
Who would you want? Who do you want in Smash at this point? Violet's getting announced.
Yeah, of the typical candidates, I think Shovel Knight would be interesting. It's not a game I played, but...
Wait! Ophelia's evolving. Ophelia should be the next character in Smash. Confirmed! Confirmed. Because look at her. Look at her glorious form.
That has to be evidence that Diglett reproduces by budding, right? Because
Maybe.
it was 1 and now it is 3.
That, or it just means that Ophelia just now found 2 friends and they decided to be in a polygamous relationship for the rest of their lives.
Or they just formed the Beatles, but they're... No.
Anyway, Smash character, yes?
I like the idea of Shovel Knight, but I think that's pretty much gone, because I think they're an assist trophy. I don't know anymore. Okay. Ready for a real stretch?
Yeah.
Ready for a real hot take?
Uh-huh.
Dritz.
Dritz? But that's not a video game character.
But they've made video games with Dritz. It wasn't a video game first, but they've made a couple of Dungeons and Dragons games, and I'm pretty sure Dritz is in some of them, at least in the lore. But the new one they have coming out, he's like one of the title characters. I'm trying to think of like entirely different universes that I would want to rope in, because I don't want any more Pokemon. I don't want any more.
I agree.
Waluigi, like.
Waluigi would be the funniest reveal if freaking Sakurai was just like, and now time to pull out Waluigi.
How many Smash characters do you think they are going to reveal during the 2020 Olympics?
Goku
Because
for Smash.
They already have Goku, and Shinzo Abe, I mean, came out of the Green Warp Pipe dressed as Mario. Like, they've made clear that, like, Japanese culture, especially tech culture, is going to be one of the highlighted areas, the same way British focus on, like, bedtime stories.
Yeah.
Which means, okay, the other thing about that, this is going to be the greatest music for the Olympics of all time.
I really hope
Because
so.
if they play just straight anime openings for all of the, hey, I'm out.
Woo!
If
We're
it's just going to
out!
be straight anime openings for the ceremonies, like, I am down for this. Each country gets to pick, like, a character in a show that represents them.
No, really, the opening is just a Hatsune Miku, like, concert.
Oh yeah, Hatsune Miku and Hello Kitty will be up there. What's the one? The dark one.
The dark one?
The one that's like pure black with white eyes. That's like Why for the Glory of Satan, of course. That one.
What?
Have you not seen this? It's like it's one of the mascots, but it's like I need to find this. Do we get the EXP share in this game?
I mean, it theoretically exists, but I don't know where. And we'll figure out next time.
Kubo?
I have no idea. Okay, let's figure this out first before we end the episode.
We'll throw it up on the end credit screen.
Alright, but we will see you guys next time on Gale and Darling's Pokemon Nuzlocke Run
This
when
one.
we make it to Lavender Town.
Kumamon. Kumamon is one of the town mascots that's like everyone puts like these this terribly dark and overly dramatic stuff because all of the usual mascots are just happy and chipper. But it's just like Kumamon just like staring off into the distance because he dropped his ice cream cone and it takes like a couple seconds to get him back into reality. Yes, that one. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye! Hi there, it's the end of the video, my friend. Hit the bell if it was okay, I'm sure I'll make good content someday. I'll play some games or do some drawing, Pokemon and fights with Darling, video essays and reviews. I couldn't do it without you, so thanks, like and subscribe.